Hmm?
Sure.
True. Therefore, under capitalism, you are forced to sell your labor. You are forced to sell your labor. But while being forced to sell your labor, you can work against capitalism. True or false?
Sure.
True. So what we must do is find the means to work against it. One of the ways to do that is that, as is likely so, you sell your labor to capitalism, not your soul. You give your soul to your people, let them have your labor for the moment, till you can give your labor to your people. So what it means is that while you are working up in these capitalist firms, like in our party, we have people who do that. They work for an organization. We need paper, they bring paper. You know, we have faxes to send, they send faxes. You know, you use the machinery of the capitalist firm to carry out the people's struggle, and you don't get caught. You keep on working there. How's that? Sounds good. Thank you.
Next.
Good evening, Mr. Ture. You were very eloquent in talking about the unity of Africa, and I was wondering how cases of civil wars, most recently and tragically seen in Rwanda, where you have two groups of Africans killing each other very brutally. How does that affect the movement both in Africa and in talking about it to people in the diaspora?
Well, if you would look very closely at the Rwanda situation, you will see the cause of it is Belgian and French imperialism. If you look very closely, you will see the Tutsis and the Hutsis. Do you know they speak the same language? Yes. If you look closely, you'll see they speak the same language. They were the same people. It was French imperialism that armed one camp against the other camp. It was French imperialism that even helped and played a role. Belgian imperialism, the United Nations is trying to cover it, but it's Belgian imperialism shot down the plane of the presidents that triggered off the killings. Yeah, so the Belgians gave them the arms, the others had no arms, and that's what created the problem. So if you look, you will see it. We're not saying that Africans didn't have, even using the word tribal warfare, but if you look at Africa's tribal warfare, it really never reached these proportions. It's only imperialism that's come to heighten them, divide them, and carry them out in order to try and thwart the process of Pan-Africanism. But they are wasting time. Nothing can stop Africa from being united. Nothing. Nothing.
Next.
Good afternoon, Kwame Ture. I, as an African who speaks Spanish, I am constantly under the aware of the fact that I see a relationship between how people that divide us, because I'm constantly arguing with my my brown brothers and sisters about the relationship that they distance each other, and those light-skinned and those white Hispanics, and my African Hispanic brothers. Constantly, they don't even want to speak Spanish with me sometimes, but they like to try to distance themselves. There's two questions here I'm related to in terms of Pan-Africanism. Isn't it a fact that the United States put forth bad vaccines in Africa, and they put bad vaccines in terms of Tuskegee experiment? I want you to relate to that. And number two, I want you to relate to the fact that wasn't it quite evident that both Malcolm and King were going to create a close unity just before he died?
I will take your first question. It's a good question on a general level. What's the relationship between, let me hear the question again. I want to take it on a general level. The first question. I didn't want to take it to a particular realm in which,
isn't the relationship with AIDS, when you think about AIDS, is going, I was drawing it to AIDS and how they put bad vaccines in Africa.
Got it. That's why I said I want to take it generally, not too specifically. America, imperialism, knows more about biological warfare than any other country in the world. You know what I'm saying? They started the colonization of this country with biological warfare. Such things as injecting smallpox into blankets, poisoning water holes. I mean, so if you just look, you will see in America has developed this biological warfare. You know, when Africans say that they think AIDS is developed, why people say, what you all think like that, boy, it's historical. We're not thinking out of a vacuum. You mentioned the Tuskegee experiment. Everybody knows about the Tuskegee experiment today, but we know that has been going on. And it's not just for Africans. Look what they did to their soldiers when they dropped the atomic bomb. They had them go and sit there. These were white soldiers who were getting cancer from the bones, and they saying, we ain't got nothing to do with it, even though they knew it was the radiation from the atomic bomb. So it's a country that, you know, I tell people all the time, I know they injected me with cancer, and they laugh, I said, I know they did it. You know, I know they injected me with cancer, I know it. You know, I don't know how they did it. I thought I was careful. At least with AIDS, I began to really watch myself there. They're not going to inject me with nothing, you know. But I don't know when they got me with cancer. But I'm concerned. I am convinced that America knows how to take away and isolate a cancer cell and inject it into a human being and create bad cells there. Of course they have to do it. That's basic elementary biological laboratory stuff. You know, so there's no question here. And we have every reason to know that America is the leader of biological warfare and goes for biological warfare. If you would read what they did in Vietnam, if you would see what they do in Cuba, for bringing cattle disease in there, you will understand that these are experts in biological warfare. And so it's not just to us, it's all over the world. They are experts at it. And the people in America, the more conscious they become and the more they struggle, the more they will get access to this information that will show them exactly how experts they are in biological warfare. So you're absolutely correct. And I tell people, they injected me with cancer, I know it. You know, I ain't got nothing else they do it, Jack. I don't know how they did it, but I know they did it. You know, or you just being, no, I understand American imperialism. It's, I understand that, you know.
I think you're going in like a